Hello, hello, dear Marbella.
Hello, my dear friend.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm so good. I'm happy to be here as every Monday.
Ah, beautiful. So, everybody in Marbella, welcome to our planetary weather, where we are here every Monday to share a little bit of how the energy of the planets is aligning so you can align yourself to the energy, right? Because it's important to understand how the planets affect us and how they can serve us as well. And if we have this information, we can kind of flow or navigate that wave with the energy of the planets and in our favor. That's very important. So we are entering Gemini. We are in the energy of Gemini. Even though you're Gemini or not, it doesn't really matter. When we enter into that house, right, that's going to affect us all in different ways, specifically in the way we communicate. So the new moon in Gemini is going to affect us in different ways. So we have our expert here. Marvela is an astrologist. So Marvela, tell us a little bit about what's happening this week.
Yes, we have the new moon in Gemini. We have a stellium in Gemini, which means we're gonna have five planets at that moment. We have Venus, the Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter, and of course the moon is gonna be there on the 6th. And we have also an important connection, which is the Venus star point, which occurs every 8 years in Gemini. So Venus and the Sun are gonna meet in a point in Gemini where um, it's like potent energy in this point.
Mm.
So, what is gonna trigger communication, connections with community, social media, is to share our message, to connect with others, and to discern what is appropriate for our journey, what really is nurturing us and aligning us in our purpose. Because Gemini is a lot of thoughts, it rules the mind. So we could have just a lot of chattery.
Mhm.
And so we need to discern what serves us, to ground ourselves, to receive this information we're going to be receiving so we can apply it and we can be organized and not let us be overwhelmed. But this, it's going to be an excess of information.
Mm. Well, it's been happening already, right?
See,
But
yeah,
at this time, since Gemini rules the communications, it's going to be expansive. It's
yeah.
going to be in an expansive way. And since Jupiter is also aligning, it's going to be extra humongously
Yeah.
expensive. So be careful with it because your thoughts might be dragging you here and there. You're going to have also, besides the information that you can see outside of you, also the information that is within you is going to be more, is going to be excessive, obsessive, many thoughts, many ideas. And so you'll be feeling like it's a lot, right? And so, as I was saying before, you are the coach of your mind. You're the one riding the horses and not the horses riding you everywhere. Because if you don't manage to drive your horses, which are your thoughts, then you're going to be everywhere and you need to focus on one thing. Where are you going to be leading your horses towards, in your life? And that requires a lot of attention, of course, of your own attention to be present on what is my vision and where am I moving towards, and not allowing all of the distractions of all these communications that are happening outside and inside of my own mind. Even the limiting thoughts can be,
Mhm.
a lot of them might come trying to limit your possibilities.
Yeah.
So you are the one who need to start aware of it. And so you can take actions on reprogramming your own mind and reprogramming also the outside. What are you putting your mind on? Where are you putting your attention and your energy
Mhm.
on? There is so much information that is going to be moving out there, and what of that information is really important for you? What of that information is going to be serving you well? Yes, because we get distracted, and I can say that sometimes I fall into it, into going here, going there, going everywhere. And then when I see the time has gone by, and I'm like, oh my gosh, instead of doing this, I should just be putting the energy into what I'm doing. And because of that, we are just having this program for you to be aware that this month is going to be crazy with the energy of Gemini and the amount of information that is pulsing around us all the time. It's like we are in the middle of the hurricane, and the hurricane, we are in the middle, and all the information is around us. And so, what information are you going to allow to really nurture you or to grab you and be part of the hurricane? So, you need to be realigned in the center of the hurricane so you don't get all of this extra information that don't allow you to be focused on what you want to do in your life.
Yeah, totally.
Mhm.
And Gemini rules the dual sign. It's a dual sign, it's the twin sign. So it rules this sign has two faces, has duality, right? So it's very important to be aware that the other is only a reflection of myself, because the lower vibration of Gemini is anxiousness, bipolar, because we think we are so different than the other that we develop these two faces, right? That's the Gemini trap that we can all fall if we are not aware of our ego and our rigid ideas. We think we are right and our way is the way. So in that moment we immediately fall in the duality, and that's the trap of Gemini. So let's look for equanimity, and let's look for the middle point to harmonize. These two energies are going to be showing our shadow, our masculine.
Mhm.
And when you said discern the information, right? Discern what serves me, it comes to mind, let's empower our masculine, because our masculine is the one that discerns what is good and right for us.
Definitely. So we need to discern the difference between concepts and knowledge, intellectual knowledge, and celestial wisdom. And so this is a perfect time for you to work on your own discernment, because that energy of the masculine is going to be present, and also to allow yourself to revisit your own thoughts about things in life. Because if you center yourself into feeling or thinking that is the way you think, then you close all the other possibilities in your life. You won't be able to see more. Not because life doesn't want to show you more, because you chose not to see more. So it's important to allow ourselves to keep the doors open and to walk around a house with, doors and windows open so we can see different angles of one picture, and probably decide to explore more of those different options, because that will expand our horizon and our knowledge. And of course, it will give you more wisdom, because once you experience new things, you will learn and get more wisdom. Yes, definitely.
Yes, it's very interesting what you're saying, because about the doors, I was reading this book during the weekend, Neville Goddard, which is an amazing teacher of law of attraction.
Hmm.
And he was sitting William Blake, and he was talking about the doors of perception.
Okay.
Everything is about perception and
Hmm.
how we can really manifest our reality if we only change our perception. And I cannot think of something more powerful than family constellations to help us do that, because Gemini is about learning new tools that are going to help us, skills to
Hmm.
change our perception, to go forward, to go for our evolution. So I feel this is a perfect moment to learn new skills, to do family constellations. It's a new language.
Mhm.
So we can really develop these new perceptions. We only need to change that in order to change our reality.
Definitely. Some little twitches, can change the way you see life. And of course, life will present differently for you. And it all depends on you and what door you open, what window you open, and how open you are to see differently life and to experience different life. So wow. So aligned then.
Totally
Oh,
aligned.
maybe you had the book next to you, and I was just having trying to have an image to explain this, and it came to me just to feel like I'm inside a place with many doors, and that's how
Yeah.
I thought of explaining it. Look at that, how aligned. Maybe I was reading the book without reading the book.
Yeah, yeah. You were feeling it.
How amazing! All right, so I guess that's all we have to share for today, right, Marvella?
Yes, yes. Let's take advantage of this energy. We can do little things to help us structure, to help us empower our masculine, to help us integrate our shadow. And a little thing that I did that helped me a lot, talking about masculine and structure and order, I just organized my clothes.
Mhm,
I gave away a lot of things I don't use anymore, that I
mhm.
love, that are beautiful, but I don't use anymore. And only that action of cleaning, of giving away, of, sharing, I feel so light, like 100 pounds lighter, really huge. And it gives me energetic space for all the things and the projects I have. I really like, my mind is clearer now. I have more space.
Nah,
So
amazing.
that's something little that helps a lot.
It's a good exercise when you move things outside, you're moving things within yourself. And so, one other thing that I want to leave here before we leave is that since Saturn is aligned also around these days, it's important for you to um, take some time to see what things in your life you want to do that you haven't done, that you have the potential to do, that maybe you're certified to do, that you have all this knowledge and even the experience, and you haven't done that extra step to be able to experience yourself in it and to serve others maybe from it. So, this is a perfect time for you to review where you are related to, am I taking action or am I just wanting to do that? Because if you're just wanting to do, then you are in the energy of the feminine. You have a lot of potential, creativity, you know how to do it, but you haven't taken action, then the energy of the masculine is somehow missing. And you need a push or a boost of masculine energy in order for you to move out of that comfort zone and move on into what you're supposed to do because we believe you came to do something great. And
Yes.
so,
And I'm so glad we have the hero's journey, because for me, is the perfect tool to really um, feel the energy, to integrate this energy, to empower this energy in a very practical way, in a very alive way, to do this work of being more complete, and so we can empower ourselves to live our dreams.
definitely. So we will have this hero's journey in English pretty soon.
Yay.
Yeah, we are we are organizing some things before we can say yes to it. But definitely, as we see the results, we want to expand it and amplify this information. And of course, we want to have it in English as well. So we will let you know whenever we are ready and we are scheduled at the time for it because it's a long journey. It's not just a short weekend. It's it's a journey of 24 experiences, and it takes time to be there and to experience yourself into it. But yes, it's an act of empowerment. What is different from this journey to other journeys is that it's not, I'm going to come and tell you what you're supposed to do. You will do it right away in that moment. And that's why you take the whole experience within you. You don't need to do anything else. So it's very powerful. That's the power of Hero's Journey. So we will be communicating the dates eventually. I'm not going to say soon, but eventually. So for the ones that, consider that you want to, maybe take that experience, you can just leave us a comment here and or send me a message through WhatsApp at +1 813 485 5089, and then say I want to be part of the hero's journey that will be coming up soon, and then we will keep you in the waiting list. That's all right, so you have work to do this week. Some of those works you have to do before we close this live are these. Number one, oh, how am I allowing this energy or all of this information that is moving around me to affect me? Is it really nurturing me, or am I allowing the distractions to take me and drag me with it, all the media and everything that is out there? Or am I keeping myself aligned with the energy and doing something with it? Don't allow your time to just go by visiting things that don't serve you well. And also the second one is to what is that step that you haven't taken yet that is important for you to grow, that is keeping your light to shine because you haven't taken the extra step to be able to do it. So those are the two works that we want to leave you here with and that you can work on along this week. Marvela, tell us your number just in case people wants to get a reading, because see, Gemini is in one of your houses, and if you don't know which one it is, it's important to know it because this is the moment to see how it's going to affect you and in what house, right? Because that's important. So Marvela, what's your number?
My number is +1 407 486 9174. Instagram at Marian Sibila.
Perfect. So, as always, thank you, my dear friend, for
Mm.
sharing with us this amazing and beautiful information. And we hope it serves you well. We are here every Monday at 2:40 with information on this planetary weather, information that can serve you ride the wave with the planet, so you can it can serve you well if you listen to it and pay attention what you're supposed to do and how you can take this energy to serve you. So we hope to see you next Monday.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So we're sending love and hugs and blessings to all of you. Have an amazing rest of the week.